Humans love their dogs. This, the purest kind of love, makes complete sense. Dogs are loyal, sweet, and the best companion anyone could ask for. They've been living paw in hand with us for thousands of years. They're part of the family and they stick with us through whatever's going on in our lives, so we wish we could have them in our lives forever. But our best friends are not invincible. One of the worst things that can possibly happen is when they get into something they shouldn't, and it makes them ill. Or worse. Now, you probably already know about a few things like chocolate and grapes that are harmful for pups, but you might not know about all of these. Inside, batteries. You need to keep these on hand for everything from the remote control to your smoke alarms, but you've got to keep them away from Lulu. When ingested, batteries can cause a whole host of issues, including ulcers. Keep them in the garage where little paws can't dig them out. Detergent. Yes, dogs eat Tide Pods too, and it's just as bad for them as it is for the dumb humans who started the trend. Actually, both laundry and dish detergents are bad for our constant companions. Detergent can cause damage to the mouth and intestines, so keep the Dawn and the Tide out of Skipper's reach. Indoor plants. Some plants are fine for Fluffy, but others spell big trouble. Plants like Dieffenbachia, amaryllis, or cyclamen can cause everything from swelling of the mouth and throat to respiratory distress to cardiac problems and death. Houseplants are cool and all, but your doggo is way cooler, so do your research on what's safe and what isn't. Pest poisons. It stands to reason that if it can kill a rat, it can also kill a rat terrier. Actually, this stuff can kill dogs of all sizes. Keep this stuff locked up tight far away from Sargent, or better yet, look for a product that repels rats and mice electronically instead. Foam wall insulation. Dogs will chew on just about anything. Any dog owner who's come home to find a door or table leg shredded to bits can attest to that. What happens if they chew into a wall, though? Well, if you've got foam insulation, they run a very good risk of choking. If your dog is a chewer, keep him busy with his toys instead. Outside, cocoa mulch. This popular bedding material smells good to our puppy pals, but the results can be disastrous. Cocoa mulch contains theobromine, which is the same poisonous to pups ingredient in chocolate. It can be downright deadly if ingested. Think of Chester and stick to pecan mulch instead. De-icing salts. If you live in a cold climate, you probably don't think twice about throwing down de-icing salt in winter. After all, the whole world's a slip and slide without it. Even though it's kind of a necessity, use caution with this stuff when it comes to your pupperoo. Prolonged exposure to walking on the salts hurts their paws, and like everything else on this list, they're poisonous if consumed. Fertilizers. You probably have a bag of this stuff laying around in your garage or garden. Be careful with it. Dogs love to dig in because of the stinky scent, but beware. Both commercial and organic fertilizers are dangerous for dogs. They can cause all sorts of digestive issues, seizures, and more. Switch to manure for a temporarily stinkier but safer experience. Antifreeze. This stuff is great for your car, but terrible for your pets. It can cause fainting, seizures, weakness, and more. Even worse, it has a sweet taste to it, so if your dog takes a sample lick, chances are good he'll lap it all up. While your dog might not have access to your vehicle's innards, antifreeze is also used in some HVAC systems, some toilet cleaners, and even solar water heating systems. Check your for leaks on the regular to keep Rowdy safe. Sago palms. Sago palms are extremely toxic for the hungry hounds who dare to snack on them. If you have one at your place, consider replacing it with a dog-safe tree variety instead. Flowering bulbs. Daffodils, tulips, and autumn crocus all bring a cheery burst of color to any exterior, but what they do to the unlucky pups who eat them is less than cheery. These plants can all cause serious symptoms like vomiting, diarrhea, convulsions, and organ damage, so keep Fido out of the flower beds. Oleander. This popular plant is highly toxic to dogs and humans alike. All parts of this plant are toxic, and they cause effects ranging from nausea and vomiting to seizures and death. Ditch the oleander and pick a non-toxic alternative like magnolia bushes instead. Keep your best furry friend happy and safe by eliminating access to any of the items on this list, and always do your research when adding new home improvements. Thanks for taking the time to listen or read and for keeping your fur babies safe. Margaret.